Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. This is your brother Sean Ali here at Supreme Health and Fitness by Sean Ali. And as always, I thank each and every one of you for tuning in with me and giving me some of your very valuable time. And as always, I pray that this brief message is received in the spirit that I'm striving to deliver it in, which is the spirit of your brother, the spirit of love, and of course and always in the spirit and in the name of God. I wanted to just come with this brief message on understanding fat and the difference between healthy fat and unhealthy fat, and the differences between how we gain it and how we lose it, fat versus fiction. And this is based on some of the latest science based on, as we are further looking into fat and obesity, because when we are looking at diseases and death, lifestyle leads to diseases and death. And when we are looking at the lifestyle, someone that is obese or has an excessive amount of unhealthy fat, which is what obesity is, they tend to be diseased and die at a predominantly high rate, in an epidemic level. So when we are looking at fat, then we have to break it down into demographics. So when we are looking at the different races of people that are here in America, Black people, my people, we lead in every age category of obesity and excessive unhealthy fat. Listen, this is from Newsweek. This is 2014's numbers, right? And this is the age group. The first age group is from 2 to 5. Then you got 6 to 11, 12 to 19, 20 to 39, 40 to 59, and 60 and older. And these represents the European population, the Caucasian population. These numbers represent the Black population, which is only 14.7 or 12 to 14% of the total population. Every category, we lead in childhood obesity, and we are significantly higher at a rate of obesity from almost infancy to time of death, where they are showing that as a population, we have developed the state or the environment inside of ourselves that causes physical dis-ease, sickness, and death. And if we don't solve this and get this understanding, we will grow future generations. Look at the current youth population in 2018. We have an abundance of overweight and obesity in our children. See, and the difference is, at one point in time, there was no such thing as childhood obesity, because you are born with fat. Fat is not bad. We are born with fat, as we will go over. But the children that were fat were becoming adults that were fat. They were not losing the fat. See, when you're a child, you're born chubby. And then as you crawl and walk and you start to convert that fat into energy, your body burns it and you lose it. So now as that child is walking, they are becoming slimmer because they are using the fat. But now with the invention of all of these games, you got the hoverboard now. You got the remote control. Children don't move. So the obese children are becoming obese adults. And now you got childhood diabetes. Listen, we have children that are suffering heart problems, asthma, cancer. And it's not because they need a vaccination. It's the body type. We don't have to look further than what we are right now. So listen, look, this is healthy fat. If you are a man, the healthy range of fat percentage of your total body weight should be around 18%. And if you are a woman, the healthy range of fat for you, it should be 25%, no more than 25% of your total body weight. If you are a man, it should be no more than 18% of your total body weight. These are some of the functions of fat. It stores energy. See, your body uses the fat cells as storage. So when you eat too much energy, see, energy and matter cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred or transformed. So when you overeat and you eat too much energy and matter, it doesn't magically disappear. Your body transfers it and transforms that energy into fat for future use. Unfortunately, we never get to that future use. We just steadily collect it. So listen, fat, it stores energy, right? You got the hormones. The hormones that our bodies produce are released in fat. You got vitamin A and other fat-soluble vitamins that need body fat to metabolize. See, so you have a release of hormones. You have your nerve. Every nerve is coated with fat, the myelin sheath. It's a layer of, just like if you see an electrical wire, it has a layer of plastic around it to protect it. That's every nerve in our body is covered with a layer of fat. See, and now as we go into it later, this is where the unhealthy fat starts to cause damage. Listen, so it stores energy, release hormones, your nerve coverings. You got insulation and cushions. It insulates your body, your butt, your hips. You got fat that covers certain parts of you, so if you fall, you don't break a bone or you don't injure yourself. That fat acts as a cushion. When you are in a colder climate, that fat acts as insulation. And then it helps to control your metabolism. See, because like I said, certain foods are fat soluble. You got fat around your eyes, your eye sockets. It's fat, healthy fat. We are born with fat. We need, if you are a man, no more than 18% of, you shouldn't have zero fat. If you are a woman, you shouldn't have zero fat. Your brain likes fat. Your nerves, like your nervous system needs healthy fats. So if you are below a certain percentage and if you are over a certain percentage, you throw off the internal workings of your body. You might think you are sick. See, any one of these go wrong and the symptoms are just as any other sickness. You might have pain. You might have discomfort. You might have inflammation. You might have a sinus drip. You might have congestion. Any signal from any one of these things can mimic sickness. So listen, now in your body, you have two predominant types of fat. You have brown fat and you have white fat. Brown fat, we are born with both. We need both at certain percentages. Whenever we change these percentages, now we have the potential for disease, for an imbalance. So brown fat are smaller droplets. So they can, it's more, can fit inside of a cell. Now, each droplet has mitochondria, which produces energy. So a brown fat cell is more energy efficient and can produce more energy than a brown, or excuse me, than a white fat cell. So when we are looking at the brown cell, it's predominantly and abundant in children. See, this is that baby fat. When you're talking about baby fat, when we're looking at babies, it's abundantly brown fat cells. When we are, as we are growing and the parents feed the children, it's depending on what they feed the children is how these percentages are manifested. So as we grow, they have found that normally our amount of brown fat cells decreases. So you also have, like I said, more mitochondria, which produces more energy. It also helps to burn and regulate white fat cells. So when you have an adequate amount of brown cells, because they produce more energy, they have an effect on the white cells where they regulate them and they help you to burn them and control them. Because see, you can't get too many brown cells versus white cells. It's easy to collect the white adipose fat cells. It's easy. That's what your body converts everything into. It doesn't convert it into brown cells. It converts the white cells are your storage units. So when we are looking at white cells, when we are looking at white fat cells, see, this is your predominant energy storage. This is where you produce your hormones out of the white cells. It produces a protein called adiponectin. Adiponectin is a protein that helps your body regulate insulin, diabetes, and heart disease. When you collect too much of these white fat cells, your body slows down or stops the production of these adiponectins. And now your insulin levels and diabetes become a problem. Heart disease becomes a problem. So when you have that 18% if you are a man, that 25% if you are a woman, when you have that healthy range of body fat cells, the white cells produce that adiponectin, which naturally regulates your insulin, which naturally regulates diabetes and your glucose production and usage, which naturally regulates your heart and helps your heart to be healthy. When you overeat and we collect too much white fat cells, these adiponectins are stopped or they produce at such a slow rate. Now, our body cannot control its insulin production. It cannot control the glucose and diabetes. It cannot regulate the heart. And now we have an epidemic of diabetes. You have an epidemic of heart disease. The #1 killer or cause of death is heart disease. Over 650,000 people died last year from heart-related problems. When they looked at this number, they found majority, almost all of them, had the same prototype. They were obese, overweight, too much fat, unhealthy fat. So now when we are looking at the unhealthy fat, see now, how do you know if you have unhealthy fat? There's 3 main ways to determine if you are producing unhealthy fat. Okay, now listen, these 3 main ways. The first is subcutaneous fat. This is the fat that's directly under your layer of skin. When you do the test and they pinch an inch to see how much fat you have, this is the fat that they are testing, the subcutaneous fat. This is the fat that lies directly under your skin. Now, this fat is good if it's in the proper places. Now, if it's collecting, if this subcutaneous fat is collecting predominantly in your midsection, in your belly, now this is the development of unhealthy fat. Then you have visceral fat. Visceral fat is that deep fat, the fat that surrounds your organs, the fat around your heart, your liver, your spleen, your kidney, your stomach. See, this is that visceral fat, that deep fat that surrounds your organs. How do you know when you are unhealthy? When that visceral fat is collecting predominantly in your midsection. This leads to belly fat. Belly fat is both. It is considered a combination of subcutaneous fat and visceral fat. This means directly under your skin of your midsection, you have layers of fat. Then around your organs in your midsection, around your stomach, your intestines, your spleen, all of the organs inside of your midsection. Visceral fat means that deep fat that's clogging them and smothering them. So when you have belly fat, it is a combination of subcutaneous and visceral fat. Dangerous. These are the red flags to any health professional. We don't have to do any type of test. See, that blood work, that's cool. But when you come into that doctor's office and they look at your body type, they already can get an idea of your health status. And when you collect this belly fat, this subcutaneous and visceral fat, the door is open not just for you to be sick, but for you to die. The door is open for your death. Any and everything can and will go wrong inside of you, from heart disease, cancer, respiratory. These are the top 3 causes of death: heart disease, cancer, and respiratory problems. This is what that visceral fat causes, because it's that deep fat that collects around your organs and it smothers them. So you have that fat collecting around your heart and it's smothering your heart. It's clogging your lungs. It's clogging your midsection. So now it changes the internal chemical composition of your body, and you start to become something other than what you are. You are born healthy. So now you start to become the opposite of healthy, which is unhealthy. And now the door is open for your premature death. So family, listen to me. We are almost done. I want us to understand how you lose belly fat. This is that unhealthy visceral fat. Because you can see the commercial, you got the thing, you can put the body shaper on and it reshapes your body. You got these drink mixes, you got these detoxes, you got these foods. That's not how you lose visceral fat. I'm sorry. That's not from science or a medical professional. Listen to me. Only diet and exercise burns visceral fat. You must eat to live and move something. Listen, you must burn 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound of fat. It's no magic. You must use 3,500 calories to burn 1 pound of fat. So this means that if the average body uses 2,000 calories a day just for normal operating procedures, and you eat 3,000 calories a day, you will not burn fat. I don't care what you got on. I don't care what you are drinking. You will not lose. If you have a 2,000 calorie energy production, if your body uses 2,000 calories a day and you eat 1,500, your body will use whatever is inside of it, that fat cell. It will convert 500 calories of that fat cells to equal out and create the balance, because that's what food does. It replaces what you use. So that's what weight loss and weight management is: energy in versus energy out. If you use, or if you eat more energy than you use, you will gain weight. This weight, your body likes to convert it into adipose fat tissue. If you eat less than you burnt, your body will convert what's already inside of it to create energy, and you will lose weight. There is no other magical solution. I'm sorry, family. That's why you will have some people chasing weight gain their whole life, and they will die being unsuccessful. Energy in versus energy out. You must know what you are eating. So you have to eat to live, and you have to move something. You have to burn energy. Sitting still, being normal, only burns about 2,000 calories. You have to move yourself to burn more, because it takes 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound of fat tissue. So family, and listen, one way you can judge if you have a collection of visceral fat, check your waist. If you are a man and you have a waist size bigger than 40 inches, listen, I don't care how old you are. If you are a man and your waist is bigger than 40 inches, you are a candidate for visceral fat, belly fat, the combination of subcutaneous and visceral fat. That means right underneath your skin, you have fat building up, and that visceral fat is that deep fat that's developing around your organs. If you are a woman and you measure your waist, you are a woman and you measure your waist, and if your waist size is bigger than 36 inches, you are a candidate for belly fat. And I'm only saying this because this is the root to our death. Listen, family, when we are looking at the numbers, Black people, we are from the age of 2 all the way until we die, we are leading in obesity here in America. So our death rate, we develop heart disease 30% faster. We develop asthma at a rate 4 times faster. We develop cancer at a rate of 4 times faster. And we are dying from these things at a higher rate than all other races of people. So as your brother here at Supreme Health and Fitness, we don't have solutions for everybody, but we have solutions for Black people. If you are an original Asiatic Moorish person, a melanated person, we here at Supreme Health and Fitness, we have our solutions so that we can heal, become healthy, become powerful, so that we can become free. We can go and build our own. I am a descendant of slaves. I can trace my ancestral roots back to a plantation here. I want to see my bloodline be healthy, be strong, be free, to have our own. But here in America, we are dying. So we got to understand how to save ourselves. So, yo, brother, we have solutions here to help us to save ourselves. Contact us today when you want to start to be healthy today. Man, family, I thank you all for tuning in and giving me some of your valuable time. And I pray that this brief message was received in the spirit that I was striving to deliver it in, which is the spirit of your brother, the spirit of love, and of course, and always, in the spirit and in the name of God. I leave you as I came in the greeting words of peace. Salam alaikum. Hotel. Black power. Power to the people. Peace.